What is up, guys? Blue Sun JRPGs here, back with another episode, the final episode of the 2017 JRPG Awards. And this time, it's going to be the best game of 2017. And you guys could guess it. That's going to be Persona 5 for the PlayStation 4. This is probably a mystery to nobody. I did a list a little while ago of my top JRPGs of all time. And this was my #1 game of all time. I thought it was that good. And I think most people do agree with me. Obviously, you guys can see that this game is beautiful. It has a beautiful soundtrack. Beautiful combat. This game actually won the award for Best Combat of 2017 too for me. It has some of the most amazing characters you will ever meet in video games. Really, everything that a JRPG should be, this game is. And I think it's really a role model for what the future of JRPGs can be. Not only in 2018, but 2019, 2020, and even moving forward. And I hope that if we get anything from this game this year, it's that it opens this genre, and especially turn-based combat, to a wide array of people who never played this stuff before. Where, you know, Final Fantasy should have been this game. This game should have been Final Fantasy 15. Obviously with completely different characters and everything like that, but a Final Fantasy game should have been the game that gets people into JRPGs, because it has that cachet, I guess, of getting the casual gamer into the genre. But this game definitely did that. So I think anybody who went out there and experienced JRPGs through this game is gonna be fascinated, or is fascinated with this genre now as much as any of us who love JRPGs already were. When you look down the list, going down the list from Morgana to Futaba to Anne to Ryuji, Makoto, all the characters I thought added something into this game. That is something that is so important because, you know, if you look at real life, every single person you meet has their own story, and that's something that a lot of games don't get right. But this game, even the side characters of this game feel like they're main characters. They could be main characters, which is awesome. Again, like I said, that combat is phenomenal. A lot of times, personally, you know, for turn-based, for me, even myself, who's someone who likes turn-based, can get bored with it. It does get a little bit slow, but I never once felt that the combat was boring in this game. You know, I actually enjoyed sitting there and going through all the combat. And I'm more of a story player myself than a traditional combat enthusiast, I guess, if you want to say that. And I enjoyed the combat. One of the things that's, I guess, taken away from some of the Persona games in the past for me was that I didn't feel I needed to properly, I guess, fuse the personas and make them as strong as they could possibly be. But in this Persona 5, I definitely did that. And that's something that's massive in a video game. Having not only the ability to maximize the characters, but actually feeling like you need to. It felt like everything in this game was something I needed to accomplish. And, you know, while this game definitely did have some flaws, or not even flaws, but things that did annoy me, like Morgana being the most annoying character in video game history, I felt that as time went on, I don't think that it actually took away from the experience, and I think that it actually added something. If Morgana wasn't there always telling me not to do stuff, I felt like there would have been no challenge in the game. Ultimately, I was able to accomplish pretty much everything I wanted to accomplish in this game. I think I had like 3 of the 5 skills maximized. It's been a while since I played it, so I can't remember. But I never felt like I didn't have time in this game, which is something that I was a little concerned about as I went on, but as the game played out, everything just came out well. That's pretty remarkable in video games. Very rarely do we actually have games turn out well. And then, as the story concluded, without giving any spoilers away, I loved how there were different endings, and how you played the game affected the endings. And that's not something that you see in most JRPGs. That's something that's traditionally in Western RPGs, where we basically pick our own stories in Western RPGs. But that's, like I said, something very unique for JRPGs, and that's something that I felt made all my decisions felt like they had a consequence because of that. And I think that's obviously what they were going for, and it was well accomplished. Now, while I'm sure that many of you will agree with me that Persona 5 was the greatest game of 2017, there's always going to be a few people that disagree. So I do have a couple of runner-ups for games that I did think were awesome games this year as well. In the first game has got to be Tales of Berseria. Obviously, again, for the PlayStation 4. It's unfair how many great RPGs we got for the PlayStation 4 this year. Other consoles got to step their game up. But Tales of Berseria, obviously an amazing game. If you're a Tales fan, you may actually have this game as your favorite game of the year. Velvet was truly an amazing character. And this game was everything you expect from a Tales game. It just perfected that. So again, if you're a Tales fan, this could very well be your best game of the year. And definitely was one of my favorites. And the second game is Nier Automata, again for the PlayStation 4. Now this game is one of the most unique games I've ever played. How it shifts from a shoot 'em up to a side scroller, to like a beat 'em up, and then to a JRPG was amazing. Definitely the most innovative game I played, even more so than Persona 5, and easily could have been the game of the year in any other year, but Persona 5 had to be this year. But massive thanks guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think should have been number 1, and peace out.